Okay, in this video, I'm going to be revisiting the empirical rule. And if you can remember, we talked about empirical rule back in chapter 3. So let's just talk about, and you know what I'm doing in this video is just reinforcing what's on in your book in the text on page 257. So if we, in keeping with the theme, with the cable company and the 12 minutes for the mean and 3 minutes of standard deviation, we know that given the empirical rule, right, that 68% of the sample is going to lie within one standard deviation of the mean, right? And since this is symmetrical, we know that we're going to have 0.34% on this side and the other 0.34% on this side, right? Sorry, this is so scribbly, but I'm working with this Apple Pencil. We also know that if the mean, right, is 12, that within one standard deviation, that it's going to be plus 3 on one side and subtract 3 on the other side. So we're going to add 3. So we know that within one standard deviation of the mean, we're going to have 9 and 15 are going to be, so between 9 and 15 minutes, right? Similarly, within two standard deviations of the mean, right? If 12 is the mean, we'll have 3 times 2 because the standard deviation is 2, right? And then 3 times 2, right? So 6 plus or minus 6, right? So we know that within two standard deviations of the mean, 95% are going to fall between, 18 minutes, right? On one end and then 6 minutes on the other, right? And then finally, that is the spread. We'll do it that way. So this is 68%. This is 95%, right? And then finally, within 3 standard deviations of the mean, we'll have the 12, which is the mean, and it'll be 3 standard deviations times 3, right? Or subtract 3 standard deviations. So plus or minus 9. So our spread, right? So 99.7% is going to fall within 21, correct? And then subtract 9 and 3, between 3 minutes and 21 minutes. And that's just revisiting the empirical rule. And I would strongly encourage you to do your turn number 2 in the text just to get some practice.